Hello everybody, welcome to my channel Chahak Sharma. I hope you are good. So today's topic is of GST, Goods and Services Tax. I'll be teaching you Goods and Services Tax today. Now, for that, we have to know that what is tax. Tax is something that is levied by the government of our country to the citizens, individuals, business corporations of the country for the welfare of the society, the people, and for ourselves also. So, tax is something that is levied by the government. Now, what there are two types of taxes: direct tax and indirect tax. Okay. So, what is direct tax? Direct tax is something that is paid by the rich, the not the yes the rich and the individuals which are earning a good chunk of income. For example, in this year budget only, the direct tax is not levied by 12 lakh rupees that a person is earning. Okay, and more than 12 lakh direct tax is levied, and the percentage is, for example, 0 to 4 lakh, I think it's 0%, and 4 to 8 it is 5%, 8 to 16 it is 28%, and 16 to further 20, more than 20 is 30%. So these are the rates of direct tax that is levied. And there is another tax is indirect tax. Indirect tax is something that is paid by all, whether it is rich, poor, income, non-income, employed, non-employed. Okay, so indirect tax is paid by all, unfortunately. So tax is something that we don't like. Okay, we don't like to pay, but we have to pay, we should pay. Now, in direct tax, what it is that when the income of an individual is increasing, the rate of the tax is also increasing. So it is progressive in nature. But indirect tax is regressive in nature because it is levied on the goods and services of the country. So it is fixed. Whether you are earning very much or very low, the tax rate is fixed. But it is not in the case of direct tax. Okay. Now, in direct tax, the burden is not shiftable. Why? Because the individual who are earning the income, the only individual have to pay the income. It is not shiftable. But in direct tax, the burden is shiftable. Why? For example, let's take an example. For instance, there is a shopkeeper who, for example, earned who earned rupees a chunk of 5 to 10 lakh. Okay, and he wants to start a business. Okay, he start a business of for example, a retailer business. And in retailer business he sells cupcakes or something like bakery oriented. Okay, when consume so the cupcakes business, there is for example 5% GST on the cupcakes. So he go to the raw material dealer and get to the raw material. The GST that is levied by the raw material is paid by whom? The shopkeeper who purchased the cupcake raw material. And when the ultimate consumer comes to buy the cupcakes, the burden is shiftable. He can shift the burden of the cupcakes to the consumer only. So in the indirect tax, the burden is shiftable. And the examples of direct tax, there are three examples of direct tax, that is income tax, wealth tax, corporate tax. Okay, and what are the examples of indirect tax? There is GST, goods and services tax. Okay, now the today's topic is of GST. GST is goods and services tax. It is indirect tax. It is the burden is not is shiftable, and it is regressive in nature because it is not increased by the effect of any income, or it is not that dependent on the income of an individual. So this is indirect tax. So when we come to indirect tax, indirect tax is GST, and GST, goods and services tax, is made by the amalgamation of various tax. I approximately 18 tax. For example, entertainment tax, wealth or value added tax. There are many such more like these 18 tax, and they are amalgamated, and the one and only GST is coming to picture. So in GST, what it is that why these kind of sort of taxes are amalgamated and GST is coming to picture, because the in our country the businesses are facing very difficulties to accounting the tax rates, or to accounting the transactions of these numerous ginormous tax rates in the books of accounts. And also it is became very difficult for the government also to collect these taxes. So government plans a very clever idea to mix all these taxes in one single form, and for the easy going of business and transactions also. So there is the GST came into picture. It is, I think, it is levied on the 1st of July 2017. And GST is the goods and services tax. It is also you know divided by in many segments. And there is, when there is intrastate transaction. What are intrastate transactions? When transactions of goods and services is happened in the state, one state one state only. For example, UP. When goods are produced in UP and these are sold or purchased in UP only, these are produced, manufactured in UP goods and purchased in UP only. So GST is levied on the UP only. So there is two GST: Central Goods and Services Tax and State Goods and Services Tax. Okay. So when the transactions are happening in the intrastate, the state only, so there is two GSTs levied, center and state. And for example, there is a rate of 12% of GST. Then the center gives 6% and the state gives other 6%, half. Okay. Now the second one is interstate. So what is interstate? Interstate transactions are those transactions which are happened between the two states. For example, goods are produced in UP and these are sold in the MP, Madhya Pradesh. Okay. So there are two states involved. What is Uttar Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh? So in that, integrated goods and services tax is levied. It is integrated because there is you know two states are involved, so there is integrated goods and service tax. For example, there is 12% GST, so the chunk of 12% GST is levied on the state, and later the distribution is happened. That is not our headache. Okay, it is the headache of government only. Now, and there is another third type of GST that came into picture when the transactions is happened by in the union territory and the state also. So when the transactions happen between the union territory, for example Delhi, and the state, for example UP or MP. Okay, so the goods are produced in Delhi, that is a union territory, and it is sold in the UP, that is a state. So there is levied is UTGST, Union Territory Goods and Service Tax. Okay, and suppose the tax rate is 12%, so 6% is goes to the UT, that is Delhi. Delhi is extract the 6% GST, and the state is MP or Madhya Pradesh or UP. It is divide the 6%, another 6%. So half is done. So these are the types of GSTs. In third type of these criteria of transactions when happened, then certain types of GST is levied. So what the government will do when GST is collected, if it is intrastate, government is bifurcated into center and state, and it is integrated GST, then center only take the GST, center only. And if it is UT GST transactions between the union territory and the state, then what the center will do, center will take the GST, and the half the other of GST is taken by the union territory itself. Okay, so this is something that is very important to know. I hope you are making notes, and because for notes, because the picture is clear, because when we write now, so many things is going to be clear. Okay, and when we listening these videos by lagging behind in our bed, so it can't make work. Okay, so if you have to thorough with your concept, you have to revise, and you have to make notes from this video, and you have to go through some question or some PYQs material for basic advanced level of your thinking. Okay, so this is something that This is the gyan that I have to share with you all. Now, GST is when GST is levied for the goods and services tax. So in the goods and services tax, there is, bifurcations of this also, because 0% rates are, the rates are allotted when 0% rate is from the goods which are, very necessary. For example, medicines are very necessary, and there are some necessitated goods that we can't live without. So from that goods the GST is 0%, and some normal goods like pulses, wheat, these sort of goods, GST is levied, for example, 5%. And from the luxurious goods itself, for example, the car, that car is luxury, the AC, the, all the luxury items, the, expensive makeup products, these, from these GST, the GST is levied is 28% or 30% more. As the category of the goods are increasing, the rate of the goods and services tax is also increasing. But it is regressive in nature, okay? Because why it is regressive? Have you ever, thought why it is regressive? Because GST is paid by all the country, and our country is poor. Mostly it is poor. So GST is regressive because the high income individual is also paid the GST, and the low income individual is also paid the GST. So it is constant. It is fixed. But the rates is changed because of the category of the goods that we are earning. So that is the difference that it came. Okay, this is something that very doubtful in the student's mind, so you have to clarify or understand the difference between the category levied or regressive nature of GST. Okay, so this is it, and I hope this is enough for today, and I hope you are liking my videos, and please comment, share, like, subscribe to my channel. And if you want some another productive videos, please comment in the comment section below. Okay, so I hope I'll give you some insights of good insights of me. So thank you. Bye bye.